Hello, family. Welcome again. I hope there is no echo this time.
That was actually really perfect because it gave me a second to get off and like just release a bunch of energy.
Then that's good. It's
Yeah.
still an echo. It's not as bad as it was, but I do hear it. It's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it do what it do.
Yeah. That's
Look, we're
okay.
still vibrating. We're still in
Yes.
a great energy level.
Look, the thing is that the technology has to catch up to us. It has to catch up to our frequency. So we just have to allow
Listen,
it to
may
do the
I
thing.
ask you to do a shorter grounding again? Because somebody says they need it.
Okay. 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 All right. All right. So let's close our eyes and just really get in touch with that space again. It's always home, right? Every time we close our eyes, we are home. We're finding that space. We're finding that special energy. It's funny, the physiology and the way it works. The way that energy works. To understand that we are sitting at the seat of our experience. So now with our eyes closed, we get to fully immerse ourselves into the seat of the experience. With a couple deep breaths, I want you really to get connected to that heart space. More importantly, I want you to get connected to why you're here. Is there something that you need to hear? Right? Nothing's ever random in this universe, including our decisions. Is there something you need to hear that brought you here? Taking in another deep breath. On the exhale, I want you to picture a scanner above your head. Let's give it a color this time. What color do you need? What color does your spirit need? What color does your soul need? What color does your human need? And we'll move a little faster this time, so assess what you need to. As the scanner moves down your head, I want you to take a scan of any thoughts that you are having right now, anything that's swirling around. Just noticing, opening up your awareness to what's happening. That's it. That's all we can ask for, is to open up our awareness to what is actually happening. As it moves down your face, down your nose, down your mouth, down your neck, you just notice any cricks, any tension, loosening up the shoulders as it scans. As it moves down to the heart space, tapping into what's real, what's true. There's a truth within you that you only know. And that's a know with a capital K. A knowing that is unexplainable. A knowing that hits you in a gut deeper than you can even understand. Tap into that. As it moves down to your solar plexus, picking up any energy that you need to give it, any love, any attention. As it moves down to your hips, down to your thighs, down your knees, down your calves, down your feet. And if it needs to go back up, let it go up. If it needs to go out, let it go out. Thank it. And with a couple of more deep breaths, just getting recentered back into the now moment. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes.
Yes, yes.
Ashe, 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 ashe.
Love it.
Hey,
How are you?
Honestly, today's been a day. Like, I've had to meet with like so many coaches just to get my mind together because, you know, you've been helping me with this program that I'm doing. I'm not gonna get on here and like front that like, you know, I haven't been freaking out. I think that's probably what my spirit was rejecting when I first got on here, because I'm trying to be all like, you know, I'm a coach coming on here. But when I tap into what's real, and what's real right now is that I'm scared as fuck. Can I curse on here?
Yes, the space is
Okay.
open.
It's what's real is that I'm scared as fuck right now. And just moving through it, and I might cry. I'm not even gonna front because it's just energy that got to get out. But just moving through just the uncomfortableness of transformation, of putting yourself in the it's like you're standing in the middle of the highway and you're in the divider, and you got one side that you can go to, the side that's been familiar, the side that you know, but then you got this other highway that just goes and just goes, and you don't know where it's going, and it can lead to nowhere. It can lead to the abyss, but you have to go there, right? You have to go because you've been down that other road. You know what that other road is like. So I'm not gonna hop on here and just say like, you know, yeah, I'm gonna give some words and we're about to vibe, and but it wouldn't do nobody a service for me to act like I'm perfect right now. Like, yeah. But I feel good though, because I feel alive, because I can feel, and I get to feel. And this, and that's the whole thing about this journey, is that if you can reframe the game, you can win the game. That's the thing.
Wait, say that again.
Reframe the game to win the game. That's what it is. It's not trying to be like, I'll wait, right? Now I'm centered. Now I'm not shaking no more. Now I'm here. I'm present. It's not about waiting for it to go away until we sign on. It's about signing on and experiencing it, going through it, and understanding the connection between what's happening, and understanding that because it happens, because our physiology like goes crazy when we are breaking through, right? Because when we get close to a breakthrough, that's when we get irritation. That's when irritation comes, because we're at the walls of what's comfortable, right? And our physiology does the same thing, because we're breaking through, we're breaking through, we're breaking through new doors, right? So our body has to get acclimated to the glass being broken. But once it gets to the other side, it feels home. But here's the thing. Then there's going to be another door. There's always a door.
Same thing again,
right?
And again. Right.
Yeah, exactly. There's always a door. Like, there are doors that I've bust through already that I look at right now. And that's why I'm on here talking. That's why I'm on here talking, because there are doors I've already bust through. But that doesn't mean I'm done busting through doors. So I'm on here human and shit right now. And I feel good saying this, right? And just being truthful about how I feel, that's the medicine. That's the medicine. For me to sit on here and be like, yo, you know, this is what you do. Like, I'm so perfect. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm over here shaking. Because I've done that before. I'm only talking about it because I've done it. I've lived that. Just over here shaking like, yeah, this is how you be perfect. Man, you know, nah. That's where we get broken. Ashe.
Yes. Yes. I love it. I'm all about transparency and sharing your truth and being who you are, because that is perfect in itself.
Yeah.
And I am so honored to know you. I'm so blessed to have you on this live, and I am so excited to talk to you.
Yo, I think it about normally, like I think about it regularly, how you came into my life. and how I'm grateful that you extended that invitation that day on that call, because I didn't know that I needed you, right? Because there are some things there are some things that we think we need one thing, but it's actually something else that was completely in a different realm. You know what I mean? So I have much gratitude for you, and I'm so happy to be in this space with you. I'm so happy to be here with you.
This is all love, baby. This is all love.
Okay.
And people who know me know I love love. So this is all love. And I am so honored, like I said, and to love your music. Your song is my jam, okay? If you guys do not know her songs, I am enough.
Bless.
Got me through some hard times where I felt like I wasn't enough. When I was judging myself because of others' judgment, okay? That word, I am enough, stands with me till this day. Because there's days where you don't feel enough. Rise and Lotus, you're not the only person. You're not the only person.
Bless. I haven't even been reading the comments. Hello, hi.
You're not the only person that just faking perfect. You
Yeah.
cannot maintain that illusion anymore. It's tiring.
Yes.
It's
It's
exhausting.
yes. That's what it is. It's tiring. It makes life so much more complicated than it needs to be, because we put on all these layers of what we need to be because of what. And I don't know if there's someone in this space right now who just is bringing this energy, but I just feel so much right now, like, about that word illusion. And it's just like, it's crazy, because a lot of us have the question of, why am I here? What am I here for? And then combine that with the experiences and just the way that our supercomputer of a brain works, making meanings out of events. Things happen to us and we create reality from those events. And then because of that, because of the meaning that we take away from it, because of our supercomputer brains that are literally just trying to keep us safe, trying to keep us alive, we create these worlds and we create these personalities and these layers. And so many of us don't know that we're even walking around with layers.
Layers that do not even belong to us.
Right.
Layers that have been put on us because of
Layers.
other people not feeling like they can be themselves. Why are we holding weight that doesn't belong to us? Because people are not accepting of themselves. They're judging you because you are accepting of yourself.
But here's another thing. Even on the other side of that, people are judging because we're not accepting of ourselves, but then it's like a domino effect. They're judging because they're not accepting of themselves. But they're judging because they're not accepting of themselves because of the pain that they have gone through and the meanings that they have made. It's just this system that, like, literally only love can solve it. Only truth can solve it. That's why I sit here, like, feeling all the feelings that I feel, and I choose to sit here so that you can see and you can experience the example of what it can be to be fully human. Just human. That's it. Yeah, not trying to
It's
do
so
nothing.
beautiful to feel human. Oh, what a wonderful feeling. To just say, I'm alive. To heal from the inside. Woo! Chill.
Yes.
Chill. Well, let's jump into it. That was a good release, and I'm
Yeah.
glad that, like I said, that you're here. I'm glad that everybody's on this call. This is a safe space. Please feel free to ask questions.
Yes. Absolutely.
Um,
This space is always safe. Because the thing is that even if someone were to come in with what would be so-called judgment or hate, it's just reflection. So it just represents what's going on, the pain, which is just absence of love. So it's all love anyway. So you're safe here. You can ask any question that you want. You're safe.
I love it. So today we are talking about healing it through artistry. I'm going to do a short introduction. I know we've been on the call for a good minute,
I
not
know,
introduce
right?
ourselves,
I know, right?
which is love in itself. My name is Jeneva, everybody. I am the founder of Where is Neva, a multimedia platform sharing and supporting our Black truth through storytelling. So everything we are talking about today is literally what Where is Neva is, where we want to love on you, we want to inspire you, but not only that, but support you. We have beautiful experts globally of African descent helping you through your transparency journeys, like this lovely person on the other line.
I'm just gritting
So,
because I was reading your article, and just like after reading that and hearing you say that from your mouth, it's like it feels like I'm hearing it from a celebrity because of the feelings that I had when I was reading your article, because that story was so beautiful.
what article are you talking
The
about?
story, the art article, the story with your how your dad introduced you to it and how he introduced you to, you know, understanding Black culture, really getting you acclimated to that, and how you are living his legacy, right?
Y'all still hear this feedback? I know.
You still hear the feedback? You still hear? Let me try
Yes.
to put some headphones in. Maybe it's the headphones. Yeah, da, da, da.
Y'all, we pausing. Please ask questions. I don't know where this feedback is coming from.
Can you guys hear the feedback?
Not on you. On
Oh,
my
okay.
side,
There's
but on my
feedback
side.
on my scratching sound.
But where's your phone sitting now?
Can you hear me?
I don't know if I can hear you. I don't hear
Can you
feedback.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
There's no feedback?
Is there feedback, y'all? No. That's amazing.
Oh! Yo!
We solved the problem.
And that solves multiple problems at the same time, because I couldn't really hear you. And I'm like, dang, I can't really. Okay.
Look, I was trying to talk all slow. I was like, guys.
I know. I love that. Okay, awesome. Awesome.
Hallelujah.
Thank you,
But
guys.
yes,
Thank you.
okay, I appreciate it. Now I can get comfortable and feel better. Because I was like, y'all, this is how I'm going to
I know.
talk.
I know.
So
And
yes, reintroduce. My name is Jeneva. I am Neva, and I'm the founder of Where is Neva, a multimedia platform sharing and supporting our Black truth through storytelling. We focus on where are you in 5 pillars, so a well-rounded thing where we share stories from Black storytellers every Wednesday. This Wednesday, we shared a story from Soulful Poetry as he talked about self-published through a poem. It was incredible. Y'all check that out, link in bio. I'm also a lifestyle architect helping wellness entrepreneurs and creatives build foundations around their goals to grow. And it's been a well-rounded thing. I'm an energy giver. I'm a lover more than anything. I'm a lover. I love people. I love life. And I love this person on the other line. I never met you in person, sis, but I know,
right? I love you too. I love you too. I don't ever need to meet you, and I love you.
Listen,
but we will.
But we gonna meet each other. I need a hug.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I need bring it in. Bring it in. Oh, I feel so much better, y'all. That was driving me nuts. But
I feel like the collective sigh, like, oh, okay.
Because I was like, okay, maybe I'll talk. No, I need y'all to feel this because that's who I am. All right. My love, can you please introduce yourself, please?
Hello. So my name is Nichole. My artist name is Coax. Yeah. I don't know why I just went blank.
So you being very humble right now, but sis be making these jams. I think I was playing it earlier on the previous live, but her song, I Am Enough. Woo! Listen, listen, is a beautiful song. This is listen, I'm about to, people know I love giving everybody their roses, but sis is incredible. You seen that grounded session. She is a coach. She's doing the thing, and she loves people, and I can feel her energy all the time. Through every piece of content she creates, you can feel it. She's so open and transparent and vulnerable and very genuine. You are a gift. You are a gift.
Bless. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are a gift. You are a gift.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes. So like I said before, please ask questions if you guys have it. We are definitely going to be, that song gets me through my days. I know. Listen, it's the words. Y'all download that song. Stream it. Stream it. The world needs to hear that so they know that they're enough and that we can stop fighting with each other. Because we are enough. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all in on my secret. This is a Venus flytrap. My music is a Venus flytrap because if I can get you to see that you are worth more than you are thinking that you're worth, which is like everything. So many of us are not, and this goes right into the artistry conversation. So many of us are not contributing art because we feel like we're unworthy, but then we feel like we're unworthy because we're not contributing art. It's like this whole cycle. So if I can help you get in there and change some of that programming that's happening, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's not an idea that I own. You could do it too, right? Yo, any affirmations, any negative thoughts that you have, like, you can literally reframe it into a positive affirmation. The power of your voice, the timbre of your throat chakra, hearing that every morning, I swear to you, if you play that every morning and every night, you will change your brain. It's called neuroplasticity. All right, this is straight up science, like neuroplasticity. The brain can rewire itself. I'm telling you, we have a supercomputer up here. It's a supercomputer. We just have to rewire it. First, we have to learn how it works, right? And that takes us to understand that it's okay for us to learn, right? That it's okay for us to be a newbie in something. It's okay for us to be interested in something but not be quite understanding and not quite get it without feeling, right, less than, unworthy.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I love it. So yes, today we're talking about healing through artistry. Can you all tell me, do you guys have an artistic medium? Let us know what it is so we can even talk about if that's our artistic medium. So my question to you, we know you write music. Do you have any other artistic mediums?
Any other artistic mediums? I love the idea of directing. I haven't really gotten into it yet, but that's going to be coming up down the line of this life or something somewhere. But no, honestly, coaching is my art. Coaching is my art. Coaching, that right there is like, because you can't really guess what's going to happen in the room. Like, coaching is my life. I'm not going to lie. I breathe, I eat, sleep this shit. You said I can curse, right?
Yes.
This shit. Like, that's why, like, I came on here nervous because I have my first group program tomorrow, and it just means so much to me. But the way that I do it is different. It is in an artistic way because it's intuitive. It's a lot of channeling work. So I need to wait till I get in the moment. So that requires a lot of trust, which I'm working on.
Yes. Coaching is an art. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Rising Lotus says it used to be fiction and poetry. It's been so long that I don't know where to pick it up again.
Where did you put it down?
Right. Huh?
Where did you put it down? Right? If you don't
said
know
where or why?
Rising Lotus, where did you put it down? Right? If you don't know where you picked it up, where to pick it up again, where did you put it down?
I like that. My artistic medium is I love to paint. I'm a painter. I am a coach. I am a poet and a writer. And I do some directing on the side too. I like putting visuals together when it comes to poetry. I just love to create. Give me
Yeah,
something and let me just play with stuff and let's figure out
yeah,
what we can get out of that. But yes, I love to create. Creating is
yes.
a gem.
When's the
So,
first time? When's the first time you knew? When's the first time you knew that you couldn't, that there was nothing else that you can do other than create?
hmm, when I realized that I was leading more and more to depression by following the rules that people put on me.
Mm,
When I realized that everybody was telling me what I should do, but nobody asked me what is it that I really want to do and gave me the resources to do that. I realized that I had to create my own table and not just try to sit at somebody else's table. Um, yeah, it's when depression really sat in with me after losing my father, after moving across the country. I just was like, there got to be another way. There got
mm,
to be another way. This is
mm,
not life. And I
mm,
find life to be so beautiful to be sitting here crying and stressing every day and being in the dark, um, and not having answers because I know I can figure those out. So
yeah.
that's when I realized that art is my way. Art is my way out. And yeah,
Mm-hmm,
and like you talked about earlier of art, the piece I wrote, Art Saved Me, it really did.
mm-hmm,
It really did.
mm-hmm.
I
Can you
think I was
say,
always I think I was always trying to be as good as a person or that person and failed in my own mind. So stopped at some point, not sure when and where.
mm, 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 mm. What is hmm, try to be as good as this person or that person? Hmm. What would you have gotten? Right? What were you looking for? What were you trying to get out of that?
As
What did you want?
in,
What did you want? Right? So I think I was always trying to be as good as this person or that person, right? So many of us have this vision of what perfection is, but then what is perfection, right? What's the checklist for perfection, right? So if we can get that checklist, then we know what we're really looking for, and that's where the work is.
definitely, definitely, definitely. And it's really asking yourself, who is that person that I'm trying to be, or who created that image of that person, and why do I feel like I have to fit to be that person? And that's when I
Mm-hmm.
realized when my own story was like, was that really what I wanted to do, or this is what I was told I should do?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, and so it's definitely deep. But asking you, what has your artistic journey done for you?
Mm. My artistic journey, it's called me to, it's honestly, because and the word just stuck out to me right here too, coaching. It's called me to coaching. Like, to be honest, like it was like 3 years ago when I realized, and it wasn't, I didn't know it was coaching. Like, I didn't know it was that, but I realized that there, because of my voice for a long time, I've always had this feeling of I have to go through this because of my gift. So I hated my gift for a long time. So because I hated my gift, I had to build a new relationship with the image of my gift. Um, I and because of that, I have even written on my wall, am I too identified with my dreams? Am I too identified with my talent? So
Mm,
really, I know this is not about artistic. Well, it kind of goes into the artistic journey because it's like talent, right? And I think that as an artist with natural born talent, there was an identity that was fused to that talent, to where people connected me to that talent. So I was like using it to hide behind, right? So I was losing my axis of reality because I was just operating from this place of just this talent. The art, right? The art is what forced me to develop skill, because there's a difference between talent and artistry to me in my world. In my world, artistry is a commitment. Artistry is promising yourself that you're going to show up because there's something inside of your belly that needs to get out, because there's something that there's an energy that needs to get out. We are creatives, and we need to create, we need to give birth, we need to release. So tying in the talent and me hiding behind that, it gave me a crutch that I had, that the desire, the pull to be an artist, but not to be an artist because I want people to say like, oh, that person's cool. Because there was a time where I did. There was a time where I wanted to be an artist just so I can pull up, post up in studios and be chilling, like, and taking pictures for the gram. You know what I mean? Like, there would be times where I just wanted to be like cool, looking like DJ Khaled or Russ in the studio. You know what I mean? But then there came a point where I had to get that out. I had to go through that phase. I had to get it out. But then the actual art called me. And I know there's someone on here where the actual art is calling you. The actual art, not the
look of it.
Right. There's something else on my wall that says assigning value to the way that people react to the work will lead to dead ends. It's about creating the work. It's about making the work, because we were made to make. The only thing that makes sense in my mind is to create. I don't know why we here, but really the thing that makes sense is my desires, the things that I want to do. That's my direction, that's my map. So what artistry has done for me, it has given me a map to follow.
Yes.
I feel like that was
so
long-winded.
Yes, I loved it. With Rise and Lotus, and my question to you is more of, if your English professor told you you should be a writer, is that something you really want to be? So you have to ask yourself, and what is your definition of being a writer? Because I'm reading this book called Sister Outsider by Audre Lorde. And she's just an incredible writer. But she talks about how when she was in school, people would talk about her English and her grammar and all this other stuff. And she said it didn't make any sense to her. It didn't make any sense to her. So she said, I'm going to do what I need to do and create it the way I want to. And I'm going to write. And the way this woman writes is like remarkable. And that's what's so beautiful about art. That is so beautiful. You create it the way you want to create it. But copy and paste. I can care less. I know there's this thing going out. Oh, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I hate it. I hate it. I hate when people say that.
What's the wheel?
Look,
tell me where the wheel is. Who says what the wheel is, and who says this is the way that we do it? This is the only way, and that's the number one thing. I don't want to cut you off because I know you were in the middle of a rip. That's the number one thing that I want to help people with in this, just help people with in general, is create your own lane, create your own wheel. There's this rule, there's a rule called the Ikigai model. It's the Ikigai model. Ikigai. Anyone who wants to look it up. It is the Ikigai model. Do what you love, do what the world needs, and something you can get paid for.
Yes.
Period.
And the thing is, Rise and Lotus, it's just like, just because you are good at something doesn't mean that's your passion. Because you are good at being you, period. But doesn't mean that's what, like, everything that you're good at is something that you are passionate about. So that means go back, really ask yourself, who am I without explaining or what I do?
Yes.
What is my purpose? Why do I love what I do? And what is it that I love? Y'all
Yeah.
should be,
Yeah.
please get you some
Yeah.
paper. Like, get your
Okay.
paper and your
Listen.
pencil.
Listen.
This
So
is really, you got to step back and really figure out, who am I without explaining what I do? Why? What is it that I love? And what I really love is for people to really tap into that inner child. Tap into what you love to do when you were a child. Because then, when you sit with her or him or whatever your child was, when you sit with that child,
period.
you'll have some conversations where they're going to tell you what is it that you need to do.
You know, the thing is, though, a lot of us are afraid to go back to that inner child because so many times where we haven't, we didn't know what we didn't know. So we didn't hold space for what was happening for that inner child. So a lot of us don't want to go back because we're holding guilt, shame for that inner child. So we've completely just walked away from what that inner child can give to us when that is actually the healer.
Yes. And you will never miss anything if you tap back into who you were. You can't miss anything because at the end of the day, it's you. It's you who you need to talk to.
Yes.
It's you who has those answers. Listen, for F your professor. F.
Yes.
When I literally was going on my truth journey, and I was like, you know what? At this point, I can care less what anybody else has to say. I'm doing this for me. I need to let this go. And that came back having those hard conversations with those that I didn't want to talk to. It was coming back to sitting with my childhood traumas. It was coming back to revisiting the things that I enjoyed doing as a child that I didn't even know that I enjoyed, but that was my sense of peace through all the ruckus that I was going through. And that's when your passion shows up. You know, because your child, that inner child, knew the answers before they had words to give you. So sit with that. Sit with that and ask yourself. It's some work to do.
Yes.
And it's not something you can just read or pick up or find a wheel to copy. You got to do your work.
And I want to, and speaking right off of that work, right? We're about to bounce off of that. Rising Lotus, you mentioned before, you said, I don't know where I am with the skill, but I'm not sure it's a passion yet. And I just want you to ask yourself, is there anything tied between those two things? Because you're not sure of your skill and if it's a passion. Do you think that maybe the fact that you have to develop the skill is playing a part in the way that you're perceiving the passion, right? Passion is a developmental process. It's not going to happen overnight. It comes as we are moving into this we move into this space of flow.
Yes.
When we can move into the space of flow, Robert, do you know the book Flow? Flow. Does anybody know that book? Flow by Nichole. You know, but he talks about the balance between challenge and ability, and how once it matches in a certain way, in a certain caliber, there's this place that exists in life where you can just reach and flow. And a lot of artists, so a lot of the people who are in here have experienced it at some point. And it's just about getting to that place of I can't not.
Yes.
And allowing that to come. So, and then another thing that you said earlier that makes me just want to ask the collective a question is, when will you know enough is enough?
I love it.
When will you know? When will you know, really?
Yeah, when will you feel like I made it? I'm there, you know?
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
Another thing is also when it comes to like our artistry, you have to ask yourself, what is the definition of the artistry? Like when you talked about writing, right? How do you define a writer? What does a writer look like? And I'm not sure what everybody looks like here, but I'm definitely talking to those who are colored and who are Black. When we have our definition of words, it's definitely definitions that do not belong to us. That was not created for us. So we have to tap into ourselves and create what that writer looks like, what that poet looks like, what that artist looks like.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. What does a day in their life look like?
Hello? Right? And then also, it's like Rising Lotus said, I keep calling it a writer's block. And if you put those type of words on it, that's what it's going to be. So it's just like, okay, you have to use those affirmations as an I am enough. I'm going to write through this. And if it's just you saying, I'm writing through this, and allowing yourself to flow, just allow it to flow. I have a friend on here. Her name is Shakira, and she's a painter. And the sis can paint. She's an abstract artist. And when she paints the way she feels. So she picks the colors of whatever she's feeling and drops it on the canvas. And she stops. And when she's done, she is releasing all her emotions, and then she lets it go. And that's when it's done. She doesn't touch it no more. She just releases the emotions, and then she walks away. And that is when you can feel like, all right, I'm done. When it comes to artistry, too, we don't have to continue to tap back into it. Just let it be that. And enjoy that. And love that process.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I know when I paint, I just pick up whatever I have in my room, and I'd be like, all right, if it's trash, I want to pick it up. If it's like, I have this painting where I use recycled paint, and I just put it together, and I just allow my ancestors to speak through me, and I say, what is it that we're creating today? And I just paint. And I stop. When I need a break, I listen to myself. And that's the thing too, as artists, we got to listen to ourselves. When we need a break, we need a break. When we need to slow down, we need to slow down. Don't push yourself, because that's when mistakes happen. When you're like, oh, I got to do this. I got to make this deadline. No.
Yes.
No, you don't.
Yes.
Slow yourself down.
You don't have to post. You don't have to post every single day. Don't try to. You know, there's so many people who are posting multiple times, and that's fine for them. But if you only want to show up 3 times a week, it's for who is it for? Who is it for? It's for you. And here the thing is like every validation that we get from anybody, right? Like if I get validation from anybody, it's just gonna make me feel good. So it's all for me anyway.
Period.
Just cut out the middleman. Be real.
Definitely.
Be real with the fact that everything you're doing is to feel good. That's it. That's it. Just be honest. We don't want to feel the negative. We don't want, and I don't want to get into reframing the negative, but we don't want to feel the negative, right? Because we label it as such because we're running. We don't want to feel the negative, and we want to feel more of the positive. We want to move towards something because it makes us feel good. Just cut out the middleman. Literally, do what you love, what the world needs, what you can get paid for. If somebody else is making money off of it, you can make money. Now, if you believe you can't, then let's do that work, right? That's where the work comes in. That's what I love. It's like, it's not about the what, it's about the, you know what it is. Now it's about the what's underneath the surface to get that hand that gets stuck, right? The hand that gets stuck. I love to do this with my clients. If you put your hand down on the table like this, I don't know if I can show it, but if you put your hand down on the table like this, right, and you tuck in your middle finger, if you try to lift the ring finger, it's gonna get locked. And automatically, we're going to think that it's going to be the ring finger that needs to be unlocked. When in actuality, what needs to happen is that the middle finger needs to be removed. But because we can't see it, we don't know it exists. So we don't know it needs to be removed. So we just have to get up in that bitch, and we just got to remove it. That's it.
Let's unblock that stuff. And
there's no magical
doing the work.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, there's no magical person waiting on the others. I'm telling you right now, it's practical as fuck. It's you. It's you in your bedroom when you're alone and you don't have to put on no face. That's it. And you get to be that all the time. That's it. It's no like, it's no like angels coming down. It's like, nah. It's like, oh, I actually don't give a fuck what you think because I've healed that part of myself. Oh, okay. So because I've healed that part of myself, I get to just sit in my power. What can I create in that power? Right? In the
What
time
can
that
you
I
create
waste,
in that
yeah.
power?
In the time that
Yes.
I waste worrying about what other people think, it's all focus. It's about focus. We got 86,000 or what, 86,400. We got 168 hours in a week. How many of those hours are you focusing on something that's not cultivating the artistry, something that's not getting you towards your goal? And then how many of those hours are you focused on the judgments, the fears? And don't judge that, because then you're only adding to that number, right?
Yes. Yes. And my question is, at the end of the day, who are you competing? Like when you say, I know Rising Logan says, do you ever feel like you have to top what you're succeeded at before? But
Therapy.
who has said it wasn't success in the beginning? Who has said what you're creating now is not a success? You are the definition of success. So whatever you create will be successful if you believe that it will be. So it's just really taking those thoughts. I hate the terms like, I mean, there's some honesty behind it, but I do hate the terms that people who work hard and then want to call themselves lazy. It makes me so upset because it's like, that's not the word. That's not the word. You're not lazy.
Ooh.
You're not lazy. Maybe you're unmotivated right now, but let's figure out why you're unmotivated. Let's sit with that. You know what I'm saying? I have a video called Healing is a Process, and I talk about this meditation and how everybody has this way of meditating. You have to meditate this way and this way. And I'm like, no, you have to ask yourself, what does meditating look like for me? Stop trying to copy everybody else and ask yourself, what does success look like for me?
Yes.
How can I be the best version of me? What legacy can I make today for me?
Yeah.
You know, it's like we are in this world where we want to be fit in this circle or be in this box and be called normal when we don't belong there.
Yeah.
You are not normal. And that is what makes you so beautiful.
Yeah. And so many of us were, I remember I was thinking about it, came up in my best friend's yoga class yesterday. I was taking her yoga class and I looked down at my feet, and my feet do this thing where they go in a little bit. And I remember in 10th grade, I got picked on, I got teased for my feet. And I remember in that moment making that connection that different is dangerous. And that's the belief that I walked away from. And that's a belief that so many of us walk away from childhood, from getting bullied, from getting picked on the block. Like that different, if I'm different, then that's dangerous, because then I'm a lone wolf. If I'm a lone wolf away from the pack, then I don't have the resources I need. And if I don't have the resources I need, that means I'm ostracized. If I'm ostracized, then that means I'm in danger, because I can die and I'll be alone. So that's how deep these things go. And it's so important for us as a people to understand what's actually happening. That's why it's so important for us to just talk about it.
Yes. Get it out. Release it. Do not hold that stuff in. When you hold it in, it's going to show up in different ways. And that's when it gets real deal dangerous. Talk about it. Feel it. Sit with it. You know, it's like sometimes I know back in the day I used to drink, okay? I drank to suppress feelings. And I had to realize, like, okay, Jeneva, is that because you didn't want to sit with what you really was feeling? And by suppressing my feelings was suppressing my artistic ability, suppressing things that really make me feel and make me whole. Your feelings is what make you you, and that's what is so incredible about you. It's not feelings that are bad. It's the way we react towards our feelings. And if we don't have the tools to react, then that's when things happen. That's why we have to learn are these tools when it comes to meditation. That's why we should invest in coaches and therapy. That's why there's these resources out there to help you understand that. The feelings is not bad. And people like to say, oh, don't feel, oh, this and this and this. Nah, feel, baby. You need to. And then express that and write about it. When it comes to writer's block, ask yourself, why do I have this writer's block right now? What am I feeling right now? And release it. Release it.
It just made me take a deep breath.
You know, like I do this thing called at night where I call it a releasing ritual. So I have a morning ritual where it's called grounding ritual, and then my nightly is release ritual where I release everything. And when that release ritual, yes, y'all, take this release ritual. When my release ritual comes to stretching, sometimes with some journaling, writing, with cleaning my face. Like when you make goals, so I know at a goal I wanted to clear up my complexion and what I need to do that, right? So you have these goals, but if you're not doing the work to make those goals happen, you're not going to make it, and then you're going to be mad at yourself, and then you're going to feel like you're unsuccessful, and then you're going to be having all those things, but you clearly got the answers, and you just need to put the systems in place. Then you have to ask yourself, what does consistency look like for me? Yeah. Fuck the algorithm.
Yeah, right.
Fuck what they say. Post it every single day. If your mental ain't right to do that, do not do that. And I'm telling you now, you can grow a business without Instagram.
Okay, that algorithm is built off of our brain, bro. AI is designed after the human brain. It's designed after the human brain.
What? Yes.
So I want to go back to what you said about that emotional, that apathy, right? That place where we go into where we don't want to feel. The trap with emotional apathy, when we numb ourselves all the time because we don't want to feel, we do it with positive too. When things feel too good, then we get into our amygdala. It's in the back of our heads. If we, one of my accountability partners call it Amy. Amy, let's call it Amy, right? Amy protects us from anything that could look like danger. Amy goes off when we're walking down the street and we see a dude like kind of slow down, and it's like 3:00 in the morning. Amy goes off. But the thing is that Amy goes off even when Amy feels emotionally unsafe. So when Amy goes off, it miscues and changes our perception of reality. And when it does that, it hinders our process of possibility. So when we get emotionally apathetic, it actually numbs us to our creative center because we're so used to not feeling what's happening, when it's actually the feelings that is actually the fuel for the art.
Yes. Okay. The feelings are your fuel for your artistry.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, listen, you are the blockage.
With love, yeah.
Tell yourself to pause, slow down, and breathe.
Yeah, with love, and that's with that's with love. Like
everything we say is with love. I'm a hard lover, but no, I love you.
Yeah, it's like with love, but you're the blockage. Like we are the blockage. You know what I mean? Like all the times, it's like, but we don't even really see it. You know, it's right in front of us. It's right in front of us.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that thought went. But I had another thought, then it went away.
Ooh, I'm looking at a note, so we've been going. Do y'all? I love it. I do want to talk about mental health and artistry.
Yeah,
I really do want to tap into that because I know I went to a museum in Amsterdam, and dang, what is his name? I can't think of his name, but he's this incredible artist, freaking famous. If y'all know the artist I'm talking about, please say his name. I think it's Von. I think that's what his name. But he's an incredible artist. But he Van Doe. Anyways, he had some mental health.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Kanye's best friend.
Oh no, I don't even know who that
Yeah.
is. Van Gogh,
Oh, Van Gogh. Yeah,
really
yeah,
incredible
yeah.
artist,
Van
right?
Gogh.
That
Yeah,
got
yeah.
famous after he passed.
That
But
beautiful Starry Night.
huh?
The Starry Night.
That's a movie.
That's the painting. I think it's in the Met that
Yes, it
that,
is
yeah, that
one of
he's
his
famous
pieces.
for. Yeah, yeah.
Look. But no, he's just really good, and he did get famous after he passed. But in the way he passed, he was just really suffering with a lot of mental health, right? And I feel like as artists, we have to tap into that and really get the resources so that we can release and protect ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
right? I got diagnosed with ADHD and no, sorry, I got diagnosed with bipolar 2 and depression. Um, and with that diagnosis, it scared the shit out of me. But from that, that's when I realized that I got to create my own lane.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I realized I had to figure out what I need to do for myself and not compare myself to other people. That's when I realized I had to slow it down and also realize what is my learning patterns. And that's big because there's some people who feel like, I mean, in schools and university, you get one professor and they're teaching you the same way and everybody's supposed to know.
Yeah.
I was the person, I had a hard time. I mean, my grades was okay, but I had a hard time in classes. And I didn't understand why I had a hard time because I tried. I did my best. But it wasn't until COVID and I sat with myself and was like, Geneva, you really need to figure out how you learn. You know, what is it that you need to do to take care of yourself so that you can really retain knowledge and information? How does that look for you? Right? And I started putting these vision boards together. I started writing on these big whiteboards. I got whiteboards right over here where I write all these notes and stuff. And I would like post everywhere and I would run around and just be writing notes. And it's been the most freeing and most freeing thing I could ever do. And I never knew myself until I learned my learning pattern.
Yeah.
And the way I found my learning pattern is really sitting with myself and doing the work. Because it was just like, it's not that you're not smart. It's not that you are lazy. It's not that you are all these words that everybody says that they are when things ain't working out. Yeah. It's that you need to sit down and ask yourself those questions of, what do I like to do? What makes me happy? Yes. How can I retain this knowledge? What do I need to create so that it makes sense to me? You know, I create, does it look like making these big maps? You know, there's people that can literally watch something and study it. I'm a person, I gotta write everything motherfucker down. And I gotta watch it again and gotta write it down. And that's okay.
Yes. So,
you know,
I would love to piggyback off of that.
Please do.
So, I would like to first I would like to speak on energy off of that too, is understanding with learning, understanding how to maximize our energy, tying that to learning.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So we have, and this kind of coincides with the 4 levels of learning, which is like unconscious incompetence. We don't know what we don't know, right? So like there's so much in this world that we don't know. And then we find out that we don't know it, right? So there's probably things in this live right now tonight that you guys are learning, that you're finding out about, and that you didn't know that you didn't know it. So now we know what we don't know. But then we get to the most frustrating part, which is transitioning from what we didn't know, finding that out, to actually implementing it to be consciously competent. And that's where it takes a little effort. That's where it takes a little more trial and error, right? That's where it takes a little more testing, takes a little bit more patience with what shows up. And that comes up, and that comes up with the artistry, with the creating, right? Understanding where we are in that phrase, in that model, because then there's the unconscious incompetent phase, that is the phase where we can just operate without thinking. We're in that place of flow where everything is just making sense and connections. The problem is that so many of us are not allowing ourselves to get to that place. And we're
Absolutely.
judging what's happening here, right? Okay, so there's that. So now we have that over there. So now let's go back to the energy. Maximizing the energy in that 4-level process, right? We have 3 different types of main energy that, and this is all according to my mind also, by the way, take what resonates, leave what doesn't.
Hey, I feel it, sis. Look,
Right? You know what I mean? Like, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But, we have 3 different types of energy: mental, emotional, and physical. Right? So what is going to take what type of energy? So first we have to track how our energy is even working. We have to understand, do I have more energy in the morning? Do I have more energy at night? Do I have more emotional energy in the morning? Do I have less like, you know what I mean? Because even with this class that I'm about to start teaching, I'm like, I don't know if I should do it at night, because it's like, I know that people are, they prefer the evening, but I don't know if I have the mental and emotional energy in the evenings. So I
there
don't
you
know if
go.
I can maximize that. So there goes back to that part of making it work for you. You have to literally make it work for you, and then who's supposed to come will come because it's aligned.
Absolutely. That's the one.
It's like using the tools to connect to this super conscious system that's always going to align.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
You continue to show up for yourself, and the people that
Yeah.
is vibrating and ready for you is going to hit that alignment. It's going to vibrate with you. You just
Yeah.
need to figure out what is good for you. And those
Yeah.
people are going to come. But you have
Exactly.
to believe in yourself. You're going to have to stop. Say those affirmations. You're going to have to slow down.
Yeah.
Life is not a race. Life is
Mhm.
not a race. And I have to tell a lot of people, slow down. Why are you moving so fast?
Yeah. It's like, where
Breathe.
we're running to.
Where are we going?
Yeah.
Where are we going? Like, it's
I ain't trying to leave
okay.
this bitch anytime soon, so I'm about to just chill and keep my blood pressure down, right? So I can just be on this bitch for longer.
Hello, hello, because stress kills. You
Yes.
know, all those things of getting, I need to hurry up, I need to do this, I need to do this, can
Yeah.
kill you. Live, baby, live. Life is
Yeah.
already crazy to be trying to race it and make it go faster. Let's live in the moment,
Yeah.
slow down,
Yeah.
right? As an entrepreneur, I also have the pleasure to allow my body to wake up when it wakes up. I do recommend, like on the weekends, to do that. If you can, if you're able, is just to allow your body to do what it does.
Mhm. Mhm.
Stop trying to rush things. Stop trying to rush your body. Stop trying to rush your mind. If your mind's telling you, I can't take no more, then stop.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And on top of that, it's like yeah, so I am a full-time entrepreneur, so I understand what it is to have a job. Like, I understand that. So if you can just make like 10 minutes, right? The relationship with consistency is always going to be better than the relationship with time, because that's going to
Mm,
build as you build your confidence of showing up. Because if you build your confidence of showing up, then you know that even when you feel like you're bad, you'll show up tomorrow. And it's like, okay, I got tomorrow. So if you can lean on your tomorrow and just show up and make that little bit of time, you
yes.
can. But with that being said, right, I don't work on the weekends.
Same here.
I have do
Same here.
like I do not. Yeah, even my accountability partners, I'm like, don't call me, send me a voice memo, because I'm not talking no business on the weekend. Boundaries.
I was about to say that. So I said that sounds like a fairly easy way to eliminate people pleasing. People pleasing is
Yes.
hard because we are in a
Yeah.
world where we are taught to people please. But when you
Yeah.
got those boundaries up, they are only going to have to drop.
Yes.
The people are going to have to
Exactly.
drop. So
And
boundaries is the word.
yeah. And if we go to boundaries, that opens up the door for validation, right? Because it's like, all right, if when you set those boundaries, things, yeah, you said people are going to have to drop. Like things are going to naturally fall into line. It's going to feel like it's falling out of line in the process. The people who are not meant to be in the picture are going to fall away. I promise you that. But I promise you that it's for a reason, for you to grow. And there are people on the other side wait. Yo, Geneva, I'm so happy. Like when I saw you dancing to my song on my story yesterday, and you said the word friend, I was like, oh my gosh, look at like look at this. Look at what I'm attracting. Like this is awesome. Like I attract people like you into my life. Like this is what I'm talking about. When we do this work, we get to attract the people who are aligned for us and with us. Truly.
Yes. Yes.
But that will take people falling away, right? So that goes back to the validation. That will take people falling away. So it's about understanding what were they feeling, right? What were they feeling in your life at that time? And how can you give that to yourself?
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
And if you can't, why not? And that's where the work is.
That's it. Rising Lotus says, has relaxation been especially hard for anyone else during this whole lockdown situation? Since I'm working from home now, I feel like I have far less time for myself somehow.
No, I think I got too much
would say rituals, baby. Get the rituals together. Listen, get you a morning or a night, or get you both. Listen, I started with just a morning, was doing that for some months now before I added the night one. But rituals will allow you to make time. You got to make time for yourself. You can't just like, oh, all right, it comes when it comes. No, every day I try to do something to make myself feel better, and my rituals help me do that. So in the mornings when I do my morning ritual, when the sun is nice, I go on my gratitude walk where I go walking outside and be with nature, and I leave my phone at home, and I'm just saying things I'm grateful for. We have to get grounded. We have to pay and make our time for that. So yes.
Definitely rituals. Like rituals are the number one thing because I don't know, Rising Lotus, if like this is also you, but I realize like working from home and like being home all the time, it does make me fall into these traps where I just be on social media. I'm not gonna front. Like I just be on social media or, you know, doing whatever, and I'm like, oh shit, where did the time go? But it's because I'm home. I don't have anywhere, I don't have any other axis of reality to go to. I don't have a job to go to where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go home and get this done now. Right. So creating rituals in your day will allow you to be like, I gotta get this done now because I gotta go for my walk through the woods at 4 o'clock. And I'm not fucking with my walk through the woods because that centers my mind, that allows me to do better work.
Yes, definitely. Because when you really sit with your rituals and feel how great it is, you're gonna make that time. You're like, fuck that phone. Like,
exactly.
Like, oh, what? Exactly. I don't need to be on no Instagram. Like,
exactly.
This is my time. I get to talk to the trees. Okay?
I get to talk to the trees. I was talking to a trunk the other day. I was like, yo, what's up, bro? like
as you should. Like I know on my gratitude walks, I go walking, and there's sometimes people at the park and stuff where I just be out there just talking to myself, and I turn around and I say, I don't care. I have to release this. If it needs to be out loud, then it needs to be out loud. I'm having my meetings with myself. We need to stop caring what other people think about us, because when we stop caring, then that's when we create the way. We pave the way. Yes.
I just only for the purpose of this live and only for the purpose of this, I just want to point out the language. Is why would we want to? Why would we want to make time for ourselves? Right? Because we're so used to, and we all do this, we're so used to operating in the world of should and need. But why would we want to? Because that's where our subconscious mind is going to be like, okay, our subconscious mind hates the word should, need, don't, and avoid, because it tells us what not to focus on, but it gives us, because it's telling us what not to focus on, our brain is literally going to that. So we're focusing on the negative. So why would you want to?
Yes. Yes, I love it. Soulful Tink, please come to my walks because I would love for you to sing. I'll be over there. Hey. Yes, you better
Yeah.
sing, okay?
I love that.
Family, we're gonna wrap this up. This was such a powerful
Yes.
conversation. We lasted way more than an hour. I'm so glad for
I
you
got
all
notes.
for being. Listen, I'm glad. Look, y'all keep having notes. I love
Never
notes.
stop learning.
I love notes. Okay, y'all, we are both coaches. Freaking Nichole is such an amazing artistic coach. Y'all follow her. Go to whereisneva.com, go under our support artistically and then our support system, and you will find all her information. If you are contacting her and you got us from Where Is Neva, please let her know because it's just all love here. It's all love.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Yes. What a wonderful time. What a beautiful energy. I hope you guys
Wow.
learned. I learned so much. I love you all so freaking much. I feel like I didn't even look at our notes. I still got so much notes. But we're going to have to do this again, okay? Because this was so great.
Yes.
It was so great.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
do you have any words before we end?
No, I've been waiting to get you on live because I've been trying to resist texting you. It's time for that VA.
It's time for a what?
It's time for that VA. So we're gonna talk about that in our next meeting.
Yes. Well, I don't know what VA means. What VA means?
Virtual assistant.
Oh, yeah.
You put it in my head. You planted the bug.
Listen, that's another thing. People invest in yourself. Get your
Yes.
help. Okay, there's people that want to help you, and that means invest mentally. Invest in all of that. Invest.
Yes.
You do not need to be struggling and going crazy. I got a team for Where's Neva, and I got an assistant for my coaching. I would not be where I am today. I would not be on this live if I didn't get the help that I got. Okay?
Listen.
Get your help. Yes,
Listen.
look. All right, look. You can text me. Don't feel free to not. You better text me.
No, because I was like, I don't know. Like, let me see. But I literally, I sat with it, and I was just like, there's just so much that and that is so important. Like, ooh, but that does get into that point that we did plan to talk about getting help and getting support and understanding when there's a time to get help and support with what you're doing, and that you don't have to do it alone. Like, yeah, because it's just time. It's just time to expand.
Definitely. So we can talk about it a little bit right now. Like, invest in the help you need, and that comes with coaching. That comes with therapy. That comes with virtual assistance. That comes with someone that likes to clean your house. Get what you need.
Yes.
Get it. And when you speak it and you manifest it, the people are going to show.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We have to move in abundance mindset. When we move in lack or scarcity mindset, we ain't going to get nowhere. So change that mindset to abundance and allow those people to flow into your life. Because the people that are supposed to be there will be there.
Exactly.
And you got to trust and believe that.
Exactly.
So yes, invest. And we have all the coaches of African descent and therapists on whereisneva.com under our support system. Go get your life and go get your help. Because we ain't struggling no more. Nobody want to live no struggle life.
And on top of that, what can be helpful for you is if you think 2 steps ahead. Like, so if you're where you are right now, like, what will you need in 3 months? What will you need in 6 months? That's why I'm talking to Neva about, well, actually, Neva, we're going to have to shoot from beginning of April because I need it now. I waited too long for this because this is what happens is then you fall behind. And then that's why I hopped on this call so frantic, because I need the help. And I've been suffering in that department of, oh, I don't need it, I got it. But it's like I need the help too. So it's like really understanding it's about thinking 2 steps ahead. That's how we can get into that growth mindset. Like, it's like this is cool, but what will I need in 6 months? What will I need in 3 months? So yeah, that helps.
And create systems to make that, plan ahead. So that we won't be stressed. Life is not about stressing. I promise you. Life is way bigger than stressing. So yes, I'm so excited. I'll send you that information right when we
I'm so happy to have you as a coach, man. I'm just so happy. I just feel like I'm not like alone. You know what I mean? Because you just get it. When we get into sessions, like you just elevate the ideas, and it's just like builds. And that's like ugh, it's magic, man.
Listen, look,
Magic.
coaches need coaches, okay?
Healers need healers, coaches need coaches.
We
Period.
need people. So
Yes.
yes. I love you all so very much. Once again, follow us at Where is Neva. Follow us on YouTube and on our website. Follow Nichole and all her platforms. Stream her music. Listen, she's making this music for us. So you can know that you are enough. So I be promoting your song like it's my song. I be going to family members' house. I'm like, y'all need to listen to this.
I love that. Thank you.
Nah, that's my jam, okay? Because that's what we got to do. We got to support each other. We got to support each other. Yes. So I am done. You can definitely follow me too on my personal page, Jeneva Marie B. That's where I talk a lot about my coaching and stuff like that. Nichole has this amazing group that she's working on, talking about the Creators Collective and helping the creators get away with blockages and finding their true self, and they getting through the shadows. So it's remarkable. And the reason why I know, because I'm coaching her through it, and I know it. It's dope. It's amazing. I'm not just saying that.
Okay, don't overwhelm them. Let's.
It's great, y'all. But I don't know. Are you still open? Is it still open?
No, it's actually closed. But I'm gonna be opening. This one is just like a beta testing one. So I actually think it's I don't know. You know.
Yes, so definitely.
It'll be out in May.
Okay. Well, look out for that. Also, you guys could definitely get a coaching call with her. I know she does soul sessions, so you definitely can get on the call with that. I love you so much, Nichole. Thank you again for all your energy and all the lessons. Family, it was a blessing. Stay blessed. All right, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.